Welcome to a little game we like to call Doki Doki Literature Club. And here's the thing about this game. Is it anime? Yes. Is it kawaii? Yes. But there's a warning at the start of the game that says you have to be 18 years of older to play, you better not have depression or anxiety disorders, which I have both of, and that you better have a very emotionally stable state before you try this game. So, also, from the Steam reviews, let's get a few Steam reviews in here. Let's just get a few of those tasty reviews in here so we can just take a look at them. They are not what I would call comforting. No, but we're going to try this game and we're just gonna see where it takes us, because who knows what the freak will happen. Also, I'm going to have to figure out a whole lot of anime voices. So, if you like to see a grown man make anime weeaboo voices, then you have come to the right place. Hey! I see an annoying... Okay. I gotta get prepped up. Gotta get the voice warmed up for this. Ooh. Don't you know that your back muscles is what warms up your voice to be doing anime voices? Well, that's true. That's the truth. And if you ever want to apply for a voice acting job, you take that straight from me. That's what you want to do. You want to stretch out those back muscles beforehand. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she just don't care. Can we get a hallelujah? Can I get a hallelujah? Waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and my good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out that you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I feel you, bro. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You only say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Mink. Oh, how did it know my name? Did I put in my name? I don't know. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Yet. Wink! Fine. But you didn't wait for me. But you did wait for me after all. That's what I meant to say, but sometimes the words just don't get to my brain in the way I want them to. It's hard to read my lines. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets becoming increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Mink, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. No. That's gonna happen a lot, by the way. I am going to get these voices mixed like you would not believe. I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Oh, crap, I hit the history. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That is a weird sentence. Uh-huh. I was talking about how worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I can't decide if I'm making her like southern or like really airy-fairy. Probably both. Very southern, airy-fairy. Oh, I do declare. Because, you know, that's what anime girls sound like. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Oh, wait. Whoa, I missed what that last sentence was. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Ah, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get better. I'll get better. I will be the anime girl you've always wanted me to be. I will be your perfect waifu in every single sense of the word. And if I'm not, please forgive me. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I will promise you that, viewer. I will promise you I will be your waifu by the end of this series. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. I feel ya. Clubs! Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. No choice. No choice whatsoever, because that's the only possible choice we could be making. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club! Yay! Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Mimi! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. The Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, pause for a second here. Doki Doki is this Japanese word for heartbeat. So, if this game is sort of like a parody of an anime, of like an anime dating app, like Hunipop or whatever, but obviously it's not like that. It gets really different, but we'll just have to see. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? That's my price. That's the price of my soul is your cupcakes. Yes! Let's go! Okay, we're going. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Called it! I freaking called it! This is not post-recorded. This is me freaking live into this game. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to figure out more voices. Oh no! I told you don't call me a new member! Yeah, I glanced around the room. Oh jeez. Okay, you look like a very serious personality. So we're going to give you like a deep melodic voice. A deep vampire voice. A voice of sultry literature expression. But female. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Oh, and you look like freaking lolly as fetch. So, seriously? No. Seriously? We could do the Stitch voice.
So, you brought a boy? I don't like boys. I had them in his family.
Okay, no, for reals though.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere!
Oh, you look very large and in charge, if you know what I mean. Ah, Mink, what a nice surprise. No, that's not it. Ah, Mink, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at?
If you want to say something, say it!
Sorry. Oh, she's going to make me rip out my vocal cords trying to do her voice. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Meek. Monica smiles sweetly as she sticks her butt out like that. Holy crap, that is a pose. We do know each other. Weak. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year, if you know what I mean. Weak. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Yeah, too, Monica.
Come, sit down, Mink. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. So sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened, so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
What? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, this game is so cute. I know it's not going to stay that way, but it's so cute. And also the writing is great. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, that just reminds me of those like little cupcake or even like coffee art you see with like cupcake or coffee foam made into like little cats. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, yeah.
So cute.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full, and Ozori managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Okay. What?
Why are you thinking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe, but not for you dummy.
I just had to do her with like a sort of toad voice, because that's what she reminds me of. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
I gotta think of a better voice for her. I gotta think of a better voice, a more dramatic voice. Give me just a second here. Give me just a second to think of voices.
Don't let yourself get intimidated.
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 Don't let yourself get intimidated. Oh, that might be it.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not.
Insulted Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Was it for the girls? Yes, but I can't say that out loud. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay! Don't be embarrassed!
Why am I giving her a Transylvanian accent? You know what? Freaking we're sticking with it. Because if this game devolves into a horror game, it'll make sense in the end.
We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and the publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages other people to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it comes to something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, and that you're not the crazy psychopath that would kill them in their sleep. You know what I mean?
I might be
But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Mink, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
Manga?
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. Especially if you go on a date with me! Please! What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Yeah, see, here we go! We're getting a little bit into the darker side of things. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Or a book, if you get my drift. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri! For someone as gentle as you! I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh! I hate horror!
Oh? Why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind!
That's right! You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Monica? Natsuki, I know names.
What? Who gives you that idea? I don't dye my hair pink! What are you talking about? Duh!
You left a piece of scrub paper behind last club meeting that was cool averted kawaii figures and your top 10 anime OTPs. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are!
Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you show them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet. Wink. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Okay, here's the deal, guys. Apparently, Yuri has a voice, Natsuki has a voice, and freaking Sayori has a voice, but Monica's voice changes every single time. Is that because she's secretly has bipolar disorder and multiple personality disorder and changes her mind every few seconds and will eventually kill us all? Maybe. Maybe I've read the Steam reviews that said just as much. But I'll figure it out. I'll give her a voice. I promise. Just give me time. Okay? Give me freaking time. Ugh. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I intended to read everyone's poem. I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay! I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Mink? Yeah, I agree. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, oh gosh, they're all staring at me. I lose my train of thought. Yep, exactly. I am 100% this protagonist. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought.
Mink?
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. It's too much. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Ah! So many waifu! I can't handle it! So kawaii! Much waifu! Such cuteness! This music! Ah! That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Oh, that perked him up. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed!
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. My voice isn't cracking. I'm not getting a sore voice. I don't need to go get water. Actually, I kind of do need to go get water. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
And we're back. Let's slap on that kawaii music and get this going. Okay. Oh, welcome to the literature club, boys. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Mink, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Mink, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. With the whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Maybe, if you know what I mean. Oink! Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, so this is kind of a way maybe to select the girl that we want to maybe go on a date with, or top 10 anime waifu. Okay. I think, okay, first save. Save, important saving. Okay, so, I'm feeling you may not
Agree with me, but Minky kinda has a serious crush on Natsuki.
So, we're gonna try to write to Natsuki, and from what we know about her, we know she likes anime, we know she likes cute stuff, we know she likes kitties. So, I guess we pick those types of words. So you got explode, puppy, sing, analysis, journey, mouse, romance, warm, understand, and party. We're gonna go with puppy. Oh, that made her bounce. That made Natsuki bounce. Awesome. Why is Monica not here? Is Monica not? Can we not choose Monica as one of our choices? Okay. So we got meager, clumsy, dark, insight, family, fluffy, shame, love, doki doki, and extreme. Oh, we gotta go doki doki. Oh, Natsuki loved it. Yay! Oh, I'm getting so kawaii. So much kawaii. It's too much kawaii to handle. Okay, that's it. Blah, 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 blah. Bubbles! Blah, blah, blah. Clouds! Oh, we are nailing this. All 4 for Natsuki. Okay, haven't said wonderful. I don't know. I don't know. Heart? Okay. Okay, Sayori liked that one. So Sayori, I feel, is the more positive, sort of upbeat, everything is awesome character. Okay. Email, question, entropy, pain, vitality, pleasure, calm, landscape, excitement, feather. Feather? Okay, Sayori liked that one. Ah! No, Sayori. No! Okay, Valentine, contamination, eternity, trashy marriage, candy, raindrops, giggle, despise color. Candy! Yes! Perfect! Okay, kitty, cage, special sensation, determination, honor, uncanny, kiss, universe, vacation. Kitty! Nailing it! Okay, shiny, philosophy, friends, music, desire, infallible, heartbeat, bunny, or empty. Bunny! We just go with all the animals. That's how we hack this. We've broken the game, people. We found the solution. Break out your freaking game sheets. Take notes. Marshmallow. Anything that's either candy or animals. Natsuki loves it. Okay. Pout, dazzle, sadness, silly, sugar, lucky, summer, imagination, waterfall, skirt. Whoa, whoa, I broke it. Oh, okay, we're back. I was scared there. Silly. Oh, so you already like that one. Okay, fine, whatever. Lollipop. Nailed it. Cute. Strawberry. Dance? Okay, so you already like that one. Fine, whatever. Pink. Suicide. What? Scars, frightening. These words aren't nearly so nice anymore. Okay, nightgown, holiday, memories, spinning captive. Holiday? Great, anime. We know Natsuki likes that. Ribbon. Nice. Sprinkle. Okay, I think we got mostly Natsuki there. Might have gotten a little bit of Sayori, so I guess we'll find out. I mean, it'll just whichever one of them likes it the most, I guess. Okay. Ready. Hi again, Mink. Ah, that's not her voice. Hi again, Mink. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Mink. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack! Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too! I don't know if you plan on to just come here and hang out, or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it!
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, burn! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys.
Mink always gives his best as long as he's having fun.
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Like this. Are you distracted, viewer? Well, welcome. It's not changing. I ain't changing my messiness for a relationship, mainly because I can never get in a relationship, and I ain't changing it for you, viewer. So just get freaking used to it. Okay? Okay. Back to the music. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and me can become good friends too.
Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri, even brought you something today, you know?
What? Wait, Sayori? Eh? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Again. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't really expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well,
Here, Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet.
Ugh!
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Yep, we nailed it. We're talking to Natsuki. I know how anime games work. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot!
What's the point
In keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up!
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. That's true. That is so true. Because I know a lot of people who read now I'm saying manga, whatever. I know a lot of people who read manga, and it's rough because if you tell someone you read manga, and they're the type of person who doesn't like manga, sometimes they have opinions of it that may not be true, and then they judge you by that. Because manga is just like books. It's literally what the writer writes about. It can be anything. So when you say, oh, you're a manga reader, that means you're this type of person. No, it's basically just books with pictures. And their pictures are specifically drawn in such a style that they can get more stuff in there. I'm ranting. Back to the freaking track. Backtrack. Let's go back. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books in the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. It's alone in a stack? Bro. Logic.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world!
I agree. I know that, Phil. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door!
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice! But I'll tell you one thing, Mink. Consider this a lesson, straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover!
Well, is that, are you telling me about this game, or are you telling me about the club? Or about the video game that I'm playing right now?
In fact...
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm going to show you exactly exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe-y.
Don't just stand there!
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She passes the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work! We can't read at the same time like that!
Eh, why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't say it like that! You'll make me feel weird about it!
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. Oink! I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I've read from the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously! You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all the backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. If you know what I mean.
Good save!
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well!
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah!
Why?
Why? Does that matter?
It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence! I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga! Like I would never get into anything because it's in the manga! I feel bad for anyone that impressionable!
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Oof. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh wow, we got a whole close-up. Kawaii! We read on for a few more minutes. But it feels like an eternity, if you know what I mean. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not! Even though you're just watching.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something what you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Huh?
You don't?
That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Ah, sorry.
Like I could never get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up to them without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face!
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part? That I'm a loser?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens!
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Okay. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little bit to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems?
Oh, come on! Could your time be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Ha 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 ha. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb! Just take it home with you!
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course! It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home.
Aw man, this makes me want to read more. Reading is great. Read more, kids! This has been a lesson from Sesame Street, sponsored by the letter 12 and the number red.
Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start on the next one. And if it gets bit, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. That would be terrible. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. We got 2 books now, boys. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's just go down the list. Show it to Sayori first. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Mink! I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori?
You must be seriously over...
No, that's me. But that's the way I normally talk, so it's fine. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ah!
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a mink poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're usually really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Mink. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Wink! Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Don't.
Worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee hee.
We'll see about that. Oh gosh. Oh, we got the snap of fingers. Like smash poetry. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Or are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you, too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I gotta remember how to read poetry. You gotta, set it to rhythm. It's about the poetry and the way you read it and the way you interpret it. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean! I'm still trying my best!
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah, especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Oh, Sayori. Sayori is definitely my number 2. I like Natsuki, but Sayori's up there. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Alright, Natsuki's next. Oh, okay, Natsuki.
Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Yeah, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when I'm writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what my real literature looks like, and you went and ruined it! I hope you're happy!
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important!
She likes me. She's crushing on me. I know it. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. No, she likes you. She definitely likes you. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Oh, it's such cute music. What? Okay, eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Nice. Okay, can I get out? Okay, there we go. Oh, I screwed up my camera. I screwed up my screen. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I screwed up my screen there for a second. But sorry. Okay, we're back.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing is to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But is the
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more...
But the other nice thing about writing, simple writing, is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I said it for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something.
Didn't expect that from the youngest.
One here, did you? Yeah.
Ugh. Sorry guys, I'm messing with these voices. Whew. This is a long episode. Not used to doing anime for this long. I usually just do it by myself. Not in a weird way. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, who's next? Oh, Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! So sorry, I forgot to start speaking. Jeez. I feel you. Me too. I forget to start speaking all the time. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. I do that! I do a lot of writing in my spare time, and I do that! I've actually written and self-published a book. I might link it in the description below because, you know, literature club, it's the theme, whatever, I don't know, self-promotion, you're welcome! But, there's a thing called, sometimes it's just called style, or sometimes it's just called pace. And people say, well, how do you develop a style? And people will tell you, well, you can't develop a style. It's something you have, and it's something specifically different from what you're writing about. It's the way you put sentences together, the way you put words together, the way you speak on paper. And it's really hard to replicate, and it's really hard to fake. So I definitely know what she's talking about. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her trains of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, here we go. Ghost Under the Light by Yori. The tendrils of my hair illuminate the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. They're the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay, interesting. I don't get it, but interesting. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all! I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Mink. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, Monica, last one. Here we go. Hi, Mink! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Mink. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Mink. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. Okay, so, yes, it's definitely... I wrote it for her. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Right. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. I do love Shel Silverstein. One of the very few poets that I actually like. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. But you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable enough doing this. That's okay! I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean that I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle pursues. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. Deep. Very deep. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh, phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's been stressful for me too. Like, it's been stressful doing all these voices, but I'll get it. I'll do better. I promise. I'm trying to be the best voice actor of all the anime, but it's really hard. Really stretching my voice with cords. I actually think that we might have to cut it here for today. I don't know if this game gives you a specific spot that you need to cut on. That's like, obviously this is a break, or if it just like continually goes. It seems like it might be the type of game that's just heading into a whole other thing right now, and I don't want to do that. I want to segment these videos. Anyways, nothing really going on in this first one. Not much to speak about, but we'll see. We'll have to see, because from everything I know about this game, things get freaky real quick. Or maybe not. I don't know. I have not seen any spoilers, and that is the way I like it. Anyways, if you liked this episode, if you liked me making a fool of myself with anime voices and all that crud, then tell your friends. If you hated it, which I did, tell your enemies. And I like doing it by myself. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please join me next time. You guys are all my bestest friends. I love you so much, and goodbye!